Welcome back, fellow armchair generals. This is Gamer 1745 with my continuing playthrough of Hearts of Iron 3's Black Ice. And we've had, this is, okay, the Attu garrison is reformed back here after being lost out here. And we should maybe attach a few more units to some higher commands. Well, San Diego, Manila, whatever. Okay. We've had one win, one loss. We've lost Midway to an invasion. We succeeded in defending Wake Island. Excuse me, a little bit of hiccups. So we've done that. What I'd like to do here, and we've had they lost 3 destroyers. I don't know if they were coming to take away the garrison here, which is like 4 division or so. Nope. What happened, for those of you not watching in too much detail, Japan AI murder ships, yes, is Japan declared war against, let me see, we have the Hawaiian division here, yeah. Declared war against the Western allies before America is in, and not early in 41, and not against the Americans. So we have a little different start. America, I had the opportunity to declare war. Here, I can't get across this. Wait, there's maybe some submarines there or something. So we didn't quite do a Pearl Harbor. So it's slightly different there. Whoa, okay. Ammunition, aluminum surplus, yes. Armored car designs have improved, nice. We could do special purpose armor. Get those alligators and whatnot for the Marines. Yeah. Okay, so another little. Okay, so our CAG here is. What is in here? What happened? There were no losses. Okay, going after their ships here. CAG pilot training. Good. What year are we on? 42. Yeah, we'll continue that. Light cruiser crew training, which is over here. Cruiser 43. Yeah, we'll stop that for now. Yeah, okay, night training, we could do that. That will be useful. Japan was particularly good at that, but the U.S. had radar, so that sort of equalized. Hello, MMDB. How you doing? What I'm sort of hoping is that we see a battle out here, because we have this nice battleship group, and these guys. Right, okay. Well, now, can these guys naval strike? Now these guys, they couldn't naval strike from, I don't know. They can strike one province away, but I don't know. So what I'm hoping here is we sit out here, they lose organization, and then we can come in. No, we're not buying supplies from Vichy France. Oh, thinking of that. I had, yes, okay, all of you guys get on board ship. You come over to here. Rebase. Once we get to here, I'm going to think about declaring war against defenseless Germany. And then we can see about pounding the Reich with the air. Production, doing okay. As soon as we get through some of these guys, we'll be able to switch over. And, oh, okay, fighter wings. We can use the fighter wings. Boyington, Pappy Boyington. Now you got to be on a Navy, or yeah, because you're a Marine Corps pilot. But let's just get one of these generic guys here. Okay, well, we have some fighters up here. Where else could we station? They've got one there. One, okay, well, that's two. Well, let's. Okay, they're sort of full up there. Let's come to here. Let's put these guys back to air intercept this region. Oh, pause. Okay. Pop up and pause. Okay, so out here off of Wake Island, where we did win, we just took out two DDs and the CA heavy cruiser, the Kinugasa. The Kinugasa went down. And we are in good shape there, and in, oh well, one of our destroyers was hit. So we've taken that down. Don't know how long it'll take them. All right, what we need to do, let's pause this. Let's look for, I know we have some Marine divisions building. We are really under equipped. We're unprepared. I know that. And I knew that going in for land combat. No, I sent some divisions here. We do have a few there. What more do we have laying about that's an actual division? Okay, there we go. Buffalo Soldiers. Cavalry Division. Just what we wanted. Send into islands in the Pacific, I'm sure. Okay, well that has light tanks in it at least. Okay, that would maybe a better division there. Those two divisions. Okay, so these two divisions, what we need to do is, can't use the liners because they can't invade, but the auxiliaries can. And we want the heavy auxiliaries because they're going to have the longest range. So let's create, get all the light ones out. What is their current range? Because they will go up over time. Range, okay, yeah, 12,000. Okay, that should be enough. We have one light or one heavy auxiliary division there. We have one landing craft, and its current range is 27. Okay, so it's even better. But let's send that over here. I don't know. Here to here. Yes, rebase. We did have one loss of convoy over here. So what we're going to do is we're going to put we're going to patrol. Let's do it passive. I put those submarines out as aggressive, and they got sunk. And I think that was maybe not the best thing to do. Put these guys out here. Convoy rating passive. Meaning if they start to take a fair amount of damage, they should head home. Trying to shut down some of the Japanese convoys. We have that. No. Okay. Form the U.S. Air Force, U.S.A. Air Force Training Command. Okay, Kingman. Oh, this. That's that sort of give it over to the province and you attack it and attack it. Not the worst thing in the world, but how could I don't know. Japan sunk some U.S. subs. Some were lost, and I presume they were sunk due to enemy action. Can you get down there now? Okay, good. Get down. Keep these guys from being cut off. Okay, you fall back to there. That's the Netherlands now. Not down here where it's U.S.A. What does Canada? Crude oil. Yes, you can have crude oil, Canada. Let's just put you guys around here to patrol submarines or whatever that might be there. The United Kingdom lost Ramillies and Nelson. A couple of battleships down. We're going to break off the Houston that is needing repair. We're going to send the Houston back to Hawaii. Get repaired. These guys are doing well. All in the, yeah, well, yeah, let's send back the repaired. Mining good, building up our money. Okay. Use industrial focus of our puppets, which is there, and we're going to do army focus like we have been. Okay. Another battle taking place here. Okay. Build up the... Okay, pause. Mexico, okay. Build up the bases, need description here. Okay. Kingsland, Norwich, so lots of bases in Britain. Singapore Falls. Battle of Bush. Okay, they've been trying to like get out. What are the guys doing that we sent down here? They organized up at all? Not yet. Hope they're getting supplied through here. Yeah. Yes, it probably would be better to try to... What? Oh. Japanese submarine shells refinery near Santa Barbara, causing little damage. This is something of an interesting tale. A Japanese naval officer visits this location. I forget some of the details of it, but visits this location around Santa Barbara area. And if I remember correctly, something embarrassing happens. Like he trips and falls or something. So later on, when he's a submarine commander, he comes back and shells it. I mean, this is literally the story. So yeah, I wish I had the. It does make sort of a funny story. I wish I had the details for it, because I didn't know we were going to have an event like this, so I would have looked that up. Okay, we've won. Yes, we're winning out here. Japan attacks. Okay, gain one in descent. Yes, we're going to pay our industry. I hate these events. So that was one of the few rare shellings of anything in America. Okay, what? Okay, we have, and we can also drop that there. So what we can do here is grab these two and add that to there. It's going to be slow, and I know it. Well, long range subs, we could use those long range subs. Oh. Here's one. We sent a few more up here. That's the best way is just to cycle through. Liner, oh, it's maybe stuck in with the liners. Not those. This, okay. Modem up to be commanding those. Okay, so move the liners back over to here. They're the ones that move at a reasonably good speed. And we're going to move the auxiliaries over here. They're super slow, but they'll allow us to invade. So with that, we'll have the ability to invade. Well, we probably have to get the 2 sets of liners out. Let's send them down to here. Hopefully there's no Japanese submarines off of here. Make sure everybody gets on the right. U.S. kept this sort of attacks hidden. I don't know if they did I know I saved some information. No, that did make the newspapers. It did make the newspapers, Sun Temple Radio. I remember I've saved a clip, just a digital clip of an article about it. So that did make the papers. The one that I know that they kept secret was Japan did a high atmospheric bombing, balloon bombing attempt on America. Well, they did it. They knew enough about the jet streams, go high enough up into there that there's, constant high-speed air movement well off the ground. Just tell you how much I know about it, but just it's up there. And they knew it would come over Japan and come over the United States. And so they developed bombs. This was in like 44 or 45, so it's fairly late. The balloons would go up, and they were set up to be what they thought timed to come over America, and then at the right time release to try to create forest fires. And a few of these made it, at least a few made it to America. I don't know what happened to most of them. And I think there was one minor fire created, and they got a few of these other things somewhat intact, meaning they weren't all burnt up. So they figured out what was going on. Now, that was kept a secret because, not that they were afraid that America would know about it, they didn't want Japan to get any feedback. So they were more worried about what Japan thinks or what is going on versus what the American public. So they knew that Japan knew that they shelled, the refinery, the oil field. And it was just, one submarine shooting its deck gun. So they weren't really like, how effective was it? They, and play down the damage. And it was minor damage. So they weren't trying to hide things from the American people. They didn't go into detail, and then it took months for even to let everyone know that the Arizona was lost, because Japan knew that some of the stuff was lost, but they really wanted to keep the details out, but that there was lots of casualties in Pearl Harbor, because Japan knew it. It's just how much did they know. So they're more concerned about what the enemy knows than what America knows. So it all comes down to that. Hello, Beam Slam and Plastic Gangsta. Let's see. I got an idea. You should make a stream on how to take over the world in 10 easy steps. Yeah. But then I'd be giving my plans away. But then again, my plans haven't worked out so far. So maybe we'll see. Okay, how much this looks like my cup of tea, except when I played the vanilla game, you could not control armies of your allies, and under AI control, they did weird and stupid things. No way you could play, say, the British and U.S. against Germany, because whichever AI would not cooperate at all. Absolutely, get Plastic Gangster. That is a problem. Now, what Black Ice has done, the team, is, and we can't really see it now, there are some events that give some German divisions, are actually sort of created, they sort of create these divisions, they don't take them out of your order of battle, to sort of represent Germany's commitment to Romania. But they've also created events that turn over large Hungarian and Romanian forces to Germany. They also give because there's two different waves of them, two different waves of Italian forces over that represent the order of battle of Italy's commitment to the Eastern Front. So they've done some of that, But the main Hungarian and the main Romanian armies, no, you don't. The main Italian, no, you don't. So yeah, you don't have that. That is quite true. I would love not to create one big country, but I really wish um, you could play all of your allied people. But there is one really big problem with doing that, Plastic Gangster, that you might go, yeah, you're right, we shouldn't take over the other allies. Just you leave it up to the AI. Is you got to remember that the AI that is your allies that are doing stupid things, your AI opponent is that same AI. Now, maybe it's slightly target, slightly given to, targeted for each nation, but it's basically the same AI. So it becomes an unfair advantage if smart human player is playing all of one side's faction against dumb AI. So it's sort of kind of a balancing out element because the AI is as bad as it is. Okay, well, it looks like the Italians have made good inroads into Free France over here, but the British have come back and are pushing against them, which is good. We are still shifting up our forces here, so we're getting ready to declare war on Germany. Only 3 US sunk in 42. Yeah, you're right. There weren't many, but somehow they sunk them. Now, of course, the Americans, and there is an event that have nerfed our submarines because of the bad torpedoes the Americans had. So there is an event that does that. Okay, 6 Air Force formation. Yes. Shall we form the 6 Air Force regional command? Yes, okay. Now is that just a HQ thingy? Probably. Okay, fine, but it's down here. It's a little more defense capability. This region with these guys. Yeah, they keep trying to get their fleet out. Now we've lost our CAG here, which is not good. But how is our CAG doing over, or our CAGs doing over here? They all look like they're in good shape, and the one attached to the surface fleet. Okay, the best solution would be to have all the major plays by human player, multiplayer. Yeah, well, that's my dream someday, to create a series doing that. And the 6 majors is the dream hope, at least. Germany, Italy, and Japan on one side, and then U.S., Britain, and USSR. We know USSR its own faction, but on the other side, obviously they would be allowed to communicate and talk, the USSR with the other one. So functionally, they'd be the same sort of side, more so. Yeah, you can do that, but now my mimetal test of some of these things. How long will you until you get up there? Okay, okay. No, what we're gonna do, we're gonna stop you. We're gonna send you to here. No. Make sure we get to the right province, because you're gonna get there probably a lot faster than these guys. So, get on board the ships. I know we're sending the. Oh, you don't have enough space even. Okay, well, stop. You come back to here then. We're gonna hopefully get enough. We'll see if we can do it. But the more players you have, the slower the thing goes. So I am worried about that a bit. From my testing, so I'm worried about this. 11th Air Force, Regional Anchorage, Alaska. All right. 5th Air Force, supplies. Okay, we got to get. Okay. Okay, we're sinking some marine or some transports with our submarines. Okay, we've got to get more supply production up. Because we're way down. Once we get some of these guys out, I want to get into, well, we got to get some more CAGs going. Oh man, we just got to get some more CAGs because we lost. These are fairly cheap. Okay. They used to be super expensive. We're going to move these to the top. Be ready in July. Yeah, we'll move those. I know it pushes some of these divisions down. So yeah, it wouldn't be a bad idea to say have two players for a country like Germany or the U.S. because see, the U.S. would be one player in the Pacific and one for the European theater. That could work, but the question comes down to is how much does that slow the game down? And just on the game engine, let alone the needing, because you see how much I'm pausing here. I don't know how well it would work. I don't want to. I like to be able to think, and of course, if I'm doing a YouTube thing, I wouldn't be able to do these long monologues, but be able to talk a little bit. Okay. Twin engine pilot training advance. All right. That's over here. Twin engine pilot. Okay, 42. That's our year. So we're going to keep going with that. Airborne assault tactics. That let's stop that. We're already in 41. Interception tactics. I think that may be a bit more timely. Found U.S. and Britain can always be the hardest to play because of all. Yeah, because to play this the way I want to, I would be playing a lot slower. But I'm trying to keep these things going for your entertainment. Even as Germany, I'd be playing a lot slower because there's just so much fun, and I do think it's fun to micromanage all of this. Okay. Disconnect. Connect. And maybe I should, well, I know I should get a more proper locally done army over here, but okay. Well, let's end this episode, not the live stream, guys, but we're going to end the episode here. I want to thank you all so much. I really do appreciate those guys who and unfortunately, it's mostly guys. I know, hi Tinky out there. There's the one or two women that actually do watch this content once in a while. But I want to thank you all so much and see you next time for, yes, even more Hearts of Iron.